When a transistor is to be at a temperature above 25 C, a smaller heat sink be provided. B. Maximum power rating be derated. C. Biasing circuit must be strengthened. D. Earth connections must be connected through a resistor. The correct answer is maximum power rating be derated. The most widely used LC oscillator is A. Hartley oscillator, B. Crystal oscillator, C. Colpitts oscillator, D. Claps oscillator. The correct answer is Hartley oscillator. Which of the following statement is wrong? A depletion type N-channel MOSFET conducts even when VGS 0. B. A BJT is very sensitive to radiation whereas FET is relatively immune. C. Bipolars need higher supply voltage than FETs. D. Both N-channel as well as P-channel JFETs work in the depletion mode. The correct answer is bipolars need higher supply voltage than FETs. The disadvantage of FET over BJT is A. Poor high-frequency performance, B. Low power handling ability, C. Low values of voltage gain, D. All of the above. The correct answer is all of the above. In a self-biased circuit for CE amplifier, the base voltage is A. Equal to supply voltage, B. More than supply voltage, C. Equal to or more than supply voltage, D. Less than supply voltage. The correct answer is less than supply voltage. A push-pull amplifier is A. Power amplifier, B. Voltage amplifier, C. Current amplifier, D. Both power and current amplifier. The correct answer is power amplifier. An engineer designs an amplifier to have a voltage gain of 60, but when constructed it only had a gain of 50. How much feedback should be used to provide the desired level? A. 0.03, B. 0.33, C. 1.30, D. 3.3. The correct answer is 0.33. Which of the following oscillator circuits uses 3 capacitors in the phase shifting network? A. Hartley, B. Clap, C. Colpitts, D. Both B and C. The correct answer is Clap. Consider the following rectifier circuits: A. 1234, B. 3412, C. 1432, D. 3214. The correct answer is 1234. The depletion type MOSFET can operate in A. Depletion mode only, B. Enhancement mode only, C. Depletion or enhancement mode, D. Neither depletion nor enhancement mode. The correct answer is depletion or enhancement mode. In figure D2 turns on when A. Vi is more positive than V1, B. Vi is less positive than V1, C. Vi is more negative than V2, D. Vi is less negative than V2. The correct answer is Vi is more negative than V2. One of the following can be used to generate a pulse whenever triggered: A. Flip-flop, B. Monostable multivibrator, C. Stable multivibrator, D. Schmitt trigger. The correct answer is monostable multivibrator. Figure shows the feedback network of one of the very popular types of sinusoidal oscillators. Which one is that? A. Weinbridge oscillator, B. Hartley oscillator, C. Colpitts oscillator, D. RC phase shift oscillator. The correct answer is Weinbridge oscillator. Which amplifier has the higher power gain? A. Common emitter, B. Common collector, C. Common base, D. Both CC and CE. The correct answer is common emitter. 2N2430 could be A. Semiconductor diode, B. Dual gate MOSFET, C. BJT. D. UJT. The correct answer is BJT. If Re is AC resistance of diode, the Thevenin input impedance of a differential amplifier is A. Re, B. Bre, C. 2 Bre, D. 0.5 Bre. The correct answer is 2 Bre. In figure, the trace on the crow will be A. half rectifier wave, B. clamped wave, C. no trace at all, D. either A or B. The correct answer is clamped wave. The circuit shown IP in the figure represents A. low pass filter, B. high pass filter, C. band pass filter, D. band stop filter. The correct answer is band pass filter. To have a centered Q point in CE amplifier, A. AC resistance of collector circuit, B. AC resistance of emitter circuit, C. AC resistance of collector and emitter circuit, D. AC resistance of collector and emitter circuit. The correct answer is AC resistance of collector and emitter circuit. The H parameter equivalent to AC resistance Re is A. Hib, B. Hfa, C. Hob, D. Hrb. The correct answer is Hib. In figure, the diode is ideal 0 cut-in voltage 0 forward resistance. Then the current through diode is A0, B4A, C1A, D. none of the above. The correct answer is 1A. The theoretical maximum efficiency of a half-wave diode rectifier is A. 40.6, B. 50, C. 81.2, D. slightly less than 100. The correct answer is 40.6. Which of the following statement is correct? A. The input impedance of CE amplifier is usually around 10. B. The voltage gain of a transistor amplifier in CE mode is always less than unity. C. The output impedance of a transistor amplifier is independent of the transistor configuration. D. The voltage gain of a transistor amplifier is independent of the load resistance. The correct answer is the input impedance of CE amplifier is usually around 10. In a transistor push-pull amplifier, A. there is no DC present in the output. B. there are no even harmonics in the output. C. both A and B. D. neither A nor B. The correct answer is both A and B. When negative feedback is used, the fractional changes in closed-loop gain are desensitized by the factor 1 AV. A. true, B. false, C. D. The correct answer is true. Which of the following statement about JFET is true? A. in a JFET gate and source have opposite polarity with respect to drain irrespective of the type of FET. B. in its schematic symbol for JFET the arrow always points to P-type material. C. in an N-channel JFET the channel is the narrowest under zero gate bias condition. D. in JFET gate source cut-off voltage is numerically equal to the pinch-off voltage. The correct answer is in JFET gate source cut-off voltage is numerically equal to the pinch-off voltage. Which of the following is the common feature between FETs and bipolars? A. have low input impedance, B. have low voltage gain, C. are difficult to bias, D. none of them. The correct answer is none of them. The circuit shown in the figure is that of A. non-inverting amplifier, B. inverting amplifier, C. an oscillator, D. Schmitt trigger. The correct answer is Schmitt trigger. The current through common emitter resistor of a differential amplifier is called A. differential current, B. emitter current, C. ground current, D. tail current. The correct answer is tail current. We MOS have the advantage of A. Faster switching. B. No thermal runaway. C. Both A and B. D. None of the above. The correct answer is both A and B. For an op-amp source follower circuit, A. Input and output voltages have same magnitude. B. Output and input voltages are in phase. C. Output and input voltages are in phase but have different magnitudes. D. Output and input voltages have same magnitude and are in phase. The correct answer is output and input voltages have same magnitude and are in phase. In CE approximation, the upper end of DC load line is called the point and the lower end is the point. A. Q base. B. Base Q. C. Saturation cutoff. D. Cutoff saturation. The correct answer is saturation cutoff. In a Class C power amplifier, a resonant frequency of tuned circuit is equal to fundamental frequency of pulsed waveform. B. Resonant frequency of tuned circuit is half the fundamental frequency of pulsed waveform. C. Resonant frequency of tuned circuit has no relation to the fundamental frequency of pulsed waveform. D. Either B or C. The correct answer is resonant frequency of tuned circuit is equal to fundamental frequency of pulsed waveform. A low noise device is most important. A. At front end of equipment. B. In the last stage of equipment. C. In the middle stages of equipment. D. Both B and C. The correct answer is at front end of equipment. How many cascaded stage of CE amplifiers will result in polarity inversion of the input signal? A. 2. B. 3. C. 4. D. None. The correct answer is 3. Circuit shown in the figure is A. Astable multivibrator. B. Monostable multivibrator. C. VCO. D. Ramp generator. The correct answer is astable multivibrator. The gain of a source follower is unity. A. True. B. False. C. D. The correct answer is true. In a transistor current I CBO flow, when A. Some DC voltage is applied in the reverse direction to the emitter junction with the collector open circuit. B. Some DC voltage is applied in the forward direction to the collector junction with the emitter open circuit. C. Some DC voltage is applied in the reverse direction to the collector junction with the emitter open circuited. D. Some DC voltage is applied in the forward direction to the emitter junction with the collector open circuited. The correct answer is some DC voltage is applied in the reverse direction to the collector junction with the emitter open circuited. The DC alpha of a transistor is approximately A. Unity. B. 10 to 50. C. 100 to 500. D. 1000 to 5000. The correct answer is unity. For the high-pass circuit to act as a differentiator, the time constant must be A. Small. B. Very small in comparison to the time period of the input signal. C. Very high in comparison to the time period of the input signal, that is low-pass circuit. D. Moderate value. The correct answer is very small in comparison to the time period of the input signal. When a CE transistor is cut off, A. Voltage across collector reduces to 0. B. Voltage across collector is maximum. C. Maximum collector current flows. D. Maximum voltage appears across the load resistance. The correct answer is voltage across collector is maximum. With JFETs, cascade means A. Common source driving a common gate connection. B. A common gate driving a common source connection. C. Two FETs connected in parallel. D. None of the above. The correct answer is a common source driving a common gate connection. The bandwidth of an amplifier can be reduced by A. Miller effect compensation, B. Pole zero compensation, C. Dominant pole compensation, D. Lead compensation. The correct answer is dominant pole compensation. To draw DC equivalent circuit for a CE amplifier circuit, we should A. Reduce all AC sources to zero, B. Open all capacitors, C. Reduce all AC sources to zero and open all capacitors, D. Reduce all AC sources to zero and short all capacitors. The correct answer is reduce all AC sources to zero and open all capacitors. The maximum efficiency of Class A amplifier is A. 100, B. 81.8, C. 50, D. 40. The correct answer is 50. In a cascade amplifier, the intermediate stages are always in A. CC configuration, B. CB configuration, C. CE configuration, D. Any of the above. The correct answer is CE configuration. For an amplifier, the power gain in decibels will be equal to voltage gain in decibels only when A. R00, B. R0 Ri 90, C. R0 Ri, D. Ri0. The correct answer is R0 Ri. In a differential amplifier, CMRR can be improved by using an increased A. Emitter resistance, B. Collector resistance, C. Power supply voltages, D. Source resistance. The correct answer is emitter resistance.